Hajime, Finger, Apollo USA, coming to YCS Lille. Dkayed has got us with the shit. Here we go again. Unfortunate characterization of incidents that occurred at the YCS. The word cheating has become so loosely thrown around in the Yu-Gi-Oh community to be synonymous with illegal activation. Can I please just really quickly clarify to everyone what the differences between cheating and illegal activation is? So when you cheat in Yu-Gi-Oh, what you're doing is maliciously deceiving your opponent, okay? That is what cheating is. When you do something maliciously with the intent and very specific intention to do something willingly of your own volition that is not legal. All right? What occurred at Lille probably was not cheating. It was illegal activations and illegal usages of cards because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a lawyer game that requires 300 hours of research and knowledge and background, etc., to be able to play even at a competent level. I don't know if this is just like a compilation or something, but let's check it out. There's no yellow button in real life, so.
YCS Lille has just concluded.
He's so good. I'm 2 seconds into the video. He's got me cracking up. YCS Lille.
And there were a ton illegal plays. Some may say cheating. Now, big disclaimer.
Some may say cheating. Who is some? You, my brother in Christ. You are the some. Cheating? Some may say. You are the man saying it.
Cheating is up to the head judge to decide the intent of the player. Now, a player could always feign their intent, but again, I want to reiterate, these players, I'm not saying they are cheaters. These are just illegal plays. It is up to the head judge on whether they're cheating or not, so do not harass anyone. And cheating is just what we're calling the plays nonetheless, right? Illegal cheating. Let's hop right in.
Okay, but like, you can't say that. Okay, we're just going to call it cheating, but like, you can't. That's the, you just said, this doesn't make any sense. He just said, we're going to, cheating is based on intent. So he's got the definition perfectly, but then he just says, oh, but we're just going to call it cheating.
We're not going to, and cheating is just what we're calling the plays nonetheless, right?
Cheating is what we're going to call the plays nonetheless. Why? You just said you shouldn't call it that. Oh my God.
Legal cheating. Let's hop right in. We're not going to be doing this in order of severity. There was a crazy cheat or illegal play within this event with so many different layers. A lot of people are talking about it. I also think there's a lot of details people are missing about it, how insane it actually was. We'll get to that one. You'll know it when you see it. Let's hop right in.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
2015 ass intro. Oh my God, dude. I forgot this was a huge deal back in the day.
The Ankh, Millennium Ankh.
Omar!
All right, so he gives the go ahead. He's like, all right, good, it's okay. What's he's doing? He's going into his deck. He's
this is just a compilation of illegal activations at YCS Lille? Dude, we need to get like a compilation of every illegal activation at these YCSs. It'll be like a 10-hour documentary from every table. 10 hour, dude, try like 10 seasons, honestly.
The Exodia pieces here.
Oh, that's Zulu.
There be a cheat.
Zulu.
Leg.
Look, man, if anything happened here with Zulu, he is not cheating, okay? As someone who personally knows Zulu, he doesn't know how to read either, okay? So, go easy on him.
Maybe I'll speed this up. Activates full loss, as revealed. Double full loss. That's
double
now
full loss.
Freaking greed. You what, mate?
You what, mate? Why?
The problem was.
Does he still do like the British accent for no reason?
Full losses were illegal. Now, this is not Rule Shark, and you have to play correctly by the YCS, so let's see.
Wait, was that illegal? Wait, why was that illegal?
How that was illegal. To go on to the Millennium Ankh. Millennium Ankh. The Ankh is here. Ankh is show 5 pieces of Exodia, and then special summon the Exodia. There is no semicolon. This is not a cost. He okayed the activation, and it is not.
Oh, did he like? He did it too late?
It costs to reveal the pieces. Thus, once you are revealing the Exodia pieces, you cannot chain max C afterward. You cannot activate full losses afterward.
You what,
so
mate?
He gets to draw 2 cards. When he okayed this is absolutely illegal. Now, I don't think that he intended this. This is just not understanding the rulings. Both players didn't understand the rulings of this card, but still, illegally drawing 2. Now, let's move on to another one. That was a small one. So what do you do?
We're just calling out anything here. We're just calling out everything.
You shove the card forward. That indicates we are attacking, right?
Like, ultimately, that was probably just like a miscommunication, right?
Let's make sure we clear.
Like, at the absolute worst, it was just like some French guy talking to like another like Italian guy or something, and they're just like, you know, cost activate effects, you know, it's probably not that big of a deal.
You see it?
Going into game 2 saying, hey, maybe.
All right, I declare an attack with my monster.
Did you see it?
Great. I have the Runic Field Spell. I'm going to activate the effect to special summon from my extra deck.
Hold.
You have a response to me special summoning to block your attack. I gotta speed these up. They are too slow. He's thinking. Let me check your impulse. Negate the effect of special summon. Mate, now it negates the effect. It does not negate the activation. Thus, the Runic Field Spell will be triggering off of this. Activate the Runic Field Spell. And he's also triggering the new Typhoon. When a quick play card is activated after the resolution, it will trigger. And in the TCG, you could actually chain link block your field spell from getting negated by an Ash Blossom or a Ghost Spell, where that would not be legal in Master Duel, but you can in TCG. All right, triggering these two cards, and he's now getting ready for his big play. Do it. Cheat. All right, I mean illegally play.
Have we cheated yet? What? So, sorry, he's gaslit me into using the lingo now. Have we used the illegal activation yet?
What the heck is he doing? He's gonna pop a field spell, and then this is gonna activate search. Now, what he did was super illegal and really messed up this duel, I believe. The Runic player didn't
I can't focus on what's happening because of the dumb shit he keeps saying.
Obviously, the caster didn't catch it, the judge didn't catch it. What the heck did he do? What was the big cheat here? We look at the Mitsurugi card. It's a simple one. You're not going to even have to know in-depth rulings or any of that nonsense. The Magatama.
Oh, main phase. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
During the main phase, you could activate one of these effects. Okay. We're clearly in the battle phase.
Clearly?
In the battle phase.
Look, man, maybe he's a Runic player, all right? He forgot what battle phases are.
Is activated a main phase only effect to get rid of the field spell, activated to draw up to 3 cards during the battle phase. That is a crazy deal. Now, what if I told you we're not done cheating, illegally playing, that
is? Stop saying that! We're not done cheating. He's crazy. He's actually insane. Like, you can't keep saying this.
There is even more that the Magatama players will do at the cost of the Runic player. Now, cheating Runic players is morally okay. I think many people believe that, but I don't.
Wait, what did he say?
Cost of the Runic player. Now, cheating Runic players is morally okay. I think many people.
That's crazy. Holy shit.
People believe that, but I don't. Not me. The judges probably believe that too.
I don't believe that. Yeah. Some would say. Some would say. What will Konami do? Ban him? Well, I mean, yeah, good question. Yeah, so I think for the average person, this is extremely bannable. Like, he would probably get banned, but I mean, he's already banned and doesn't play TCG, so he doesn't care. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll extend it or something. Haha, we'll never really figure it out because I think the ban list is like private now, suspended player list. But, you know, I suppose, like, technically, you could... Here's the thing, though. You need to understand, like, this isn't, like, just objectively, like, people have been banned for less. Like, this is not, like, you know, a slate on Dkayed. Irrespective of what you think or not about him on a personal level, content creator as a person, whatever, like, this is very bannable, right? Like, people have been banned for less. We know that people have been banned for less. I just think it's really funny that he's just so brazenly going through this, and we're not done cheating. Like, we're not done cheating. So I'm just here eating my popcorn. I'm not giving any value judgments here, just in case Konami's watching this and trying to say that I'm like calling him out or something. No. I'm just watching a video. That's it. I'm not agreeing with anything or disagreeing. There's no anything given here from my perspective. I'm just watching a man yapping. Personally, that's it.
Maybe even the casters, that's why they're not saying anything. So you'll see another illegal play.
See, he keeps alternating. Now it's an illegal play.
Alright, we're going to get to the legal play. It is at 59:34 seconds, I believe. Okay, so we're on track.
You shouldn't be acknowledging the video. I shouldn't be acknowledging this video if it was like leaks or something. That would be, that would probably get me banned. Because it very specifically says in the tournament policy documents that even if you aren't the original source of leaks and stuff, then you can get banned. I'm not leaking anything here. I'm just watching a man say Hajime, you know. Watch him leak mid video. And Fabled is coming to the new pack.
Do it. I know you want to do it. You're on camera, judges watching.
I know you want to do it.
Alright, yeah buddy. Granite, activate. What are we searching, mate? We're gonna be searching for a Nibiru. Damn, that's crazy. Alright, we just cheated. What? Did we cheat? What the?
That's crazy. We just cheated. Okay.
Granite.
Why can't you do that?
Impulse. When this card is active.
Oh, this is such a cool function. I didn't know you could do this on the website. You can bring up 3 cards. Oh, he's Earth locked from Impulse.
Activated from your hand, you cannot activate the effects of lights.
Right. Okay. I mean, to be fair, how many times have you guys been in this situation where this is... I mean, you won't remember. That's the thing. You would have gone through it and you'll not remember. But the amount of times that Blue Eyes players, without a doubt, have illegally activated... I almost said, you know, the terminology. The amount of times that Blue Eyes players have illegally activated a Ash Blossom against their opponent after having resolved a Purge. Because Purge says you can't use fire monsters. So Ash and then Purge, like, people have definitely done that. So, yeah, I mean, this is whatever.
And wind monsters for the rest of the duel. Now, having Nibiru is not cheating, you just can't activate it, but this is an Earth, and you cannot activate Earth. So not only did we battle phase of main phase only, we then, main phase 2, illegally activated Granite. Making Granite was not illegal, but activating it was illegal. And I think the duel is pretty much done from there. He didn't actually activate the Nibiru afterward. That was quite crazy.
Searching Nib against...
I think this same player gets payback and cheats him back. Is that the case? Or this may be a different player. So those are the 2 cheats there. Whoopsie. Now, let's see this little cheat. This little cheat is a cheat that I could have done myself throughout my weekend of playing on Dueling Book. I went 10-0 on Dueling Book with my Typhoon deck. And so if you're...
This guy plays DB?
Playing against Typhoon or playing Typhoon yourself...
What the heck?
You're going to want to know this cheat to avoid.
It'd be very funny if Coder freezes him on DB or something. I'm not trying to kick up old drama or something. I'm just saying.
Alright, so what happened here? A quick play spell card was activated. He special summoned to Hug In. On the resolution
Hug In
spell that triggers the new Typhoon. Let's read that new Typhoon card. It is nuts. Typhoon. Typhoon, crazy waifu. After a quick play spell is activated, you special summon this card to your hand, then on summon. And what's crazy about this, it also works off the opponent's quick play cards. Meaning if they're going first,
that's
they
cool.
activate a quick play part of their main combo. You get to trigger this from the hand, summon it.
Wait, that's actually so cool.
It searches for 2 cards. It's like activating the Blue Eyes Wishes during your opponent's turn, or either player's turn. You add a Radiant Typhoon and or an MST, so it could be an MST and a Radiant Typhoon. Multiple mirror matches, I search for 2 cards, and they even go, what the heck? Didn't know you could search for 2.
What the heck?
Also, you cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except wind monsters, but if you summon this during the opponent's turn, who freaking cares, mate? And you don't care about the action deck that much within this deck. So let's see what happens after we summon the Typhoon. Triggering from the hand. I believe we're searching with Hug In also. Okay, yep, summon and searching with Hug In. Or is he searching with the Typhoon? Yep, there's the Hug In search as an activate to search for 2 cards, mate. Come on. And you can even grab from the graveyard. That's crazy. Deck or graveyard. MST is back in business, and I love it.
I mean, this all seems fine so far, right?
Little Knight, let's banish you away. He's gonna trigger on a special summon, gets reborn. Banish away the Mask Arena.
Holy crap!
Alright, so what happened? We just cheated.
I'm watching this, I'm like, everything seems fine, everything seems legit so far. Like, what happened? We just cheated. Oh, okay. I think it's, okay, it's the restriction of the monster, right? You're locked to wins, but he summoned SP, right? I think is what the cheat here is. Sorry, illegal activation, illegal summon, not cheat.
Cheat, mate. Little Knight. How, you can't Little Knight. How can you Little Knight?
Why
How? Do they even Little Knight? Little Knight says that she is not in the Genesis format, she's illegal. So click on TCG. She says she's a little dark girl. She's dark. And this says wind. Only wind can be special summoned for the rest of the turn after searching for 2 cards. You cannot summon the Little Knight. Here's a little trick if you want with any deck. Oh, I don't know anything about Typhoon. Okay, well,
do you mean, little
Typhoon is a
trick?
keyword of what? Typhoon, right? And then you're going to semicolon. You can do this at any deck. The magical words. Pretty much every deck across the board have these magical words, and it's cannot special. You're going to highlight cannot special, Control C, and then you're going to highlight and do Control F, and you're going to be like, holy crap, that is the summon block of the deck. You cannot special for the rest of the turn.
Holy crap!
The Magala to
Wait, pretty
deck,
useful
you also
website,
can't
to be fair.
Summon from the rest of the turn, except win.
But I think he needs like a section explaining all these commands and stuff, because I don't know any of that.
You see with any deck type, the restriction on what puts them in a lock that you have to pay
The
attention to.
website tutorial is the best part of this video. Yeah, actually.
So that, of course, a super cheat.
Super cheat.
What else do you have
We're
here?
categorizing these now.
Ooh,
we got
the crazy one.
We got
This
little whoopsie and we got super cheats.
blew my mind. Oh my cheeses! It blew the.
You don't know
mind of
Control F?
everyone.
Yeah, clearly I'm talking about Control F.
It blew the mind of the casters.
Guys, do you know that if you
Now,
Alt
the casters
F4,
didn't catch it
it
illegal. The
downloads
casters
more
were
RAM?
celebrating the play. They're like, "Let's go! That was awesome." Cheating is awesome.
This is crazy.
Boom! Xyz Universe.
Oh
What
my
the heck
God.
is that card doing? I'm gonna be targeting these two cards and then off in the handshake.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, like this is like turbo illegal. And I don't know how it got to the point where he came up with this combo and just like didn't verify any of this worked, but there's a lot to break down here. I don't think it was malicious. I mean, there's no universe you take this to an event. Like you do not take an illegal combo to an event. And then further than that, have the audacity to do it on stream knowing it's illegal, right? So clearly we've cooked something, didn't fact check if it was you know, actually a legal combo. Maybe we needed to take it over to Mastodon to test it, but like this right here, what he does, it's not legal for like 7 different reasons. It's crazy.
Because it's over for you, mate. What does this card do? It blows your opponent's mind. That's what it does. You target 2 face
2016 ass side deck card, dude.
The initial activation requirement. And then the effect is to send both monsters to the graveyard, then special summon and Xyz from your extra deck except a numbered monster whose rank is equal to or less than the combined original ranks of those 2 Xyz monsters. And if you do, attach this card to it as an Xyz material. If you activate this card, your opponent takes no further damage this turn, but we're summoning it during the opponent's turn. We do not care. Now, what the heck are we going to summon here?
Does not know what's going on too. Rank 4 monsters.
All right, go. Let me read that, mate. What the heck?
Feeling old.
What the hell? Showing him how it's done. Round 6, by the way. So we've been doing this play all day, clapping cheeks.
All day.
Boom! Kali Yuga! Nothing they could do.
Wow.
Holy crap. Do I lose? Yeah. There's nothing you can do. Can't really stop it, he says.
Can't impermit either.
There you go. Bagooska does not negate the Kali Yuga. The caster's completely right. Nothing the opponent can do. Oh, what was that? He was about to activate. He's like, never mind. Whoops, it'll be negated. Whoops. Now, let's look at the Kali Yuga and how insane it is. Kali Yuga. After this card is Xyz summoned for the rest of the turn, other cards and their effects cannot be activated on the field. And other card effects on the field are negated. Straight up, mate. It doesn't even trigger on summon. It is just immediately applying a continuous, like, lingering effect. That is
You guys
insane.
remember
You
Azathoth?
straight
That
up
was
lose.
fun to play against.
But this was illegal. A lot of people said it was legal. No, it was not. So there's multiple layers here. First off, Raffleja. This card is unaffected by
Raffleja.
an Xyz material. Did it have an Xyz material? And is this a cost to send to the graveyard? If it's not in the red or the green area, the non-highlighted area is in fact the effect. It is the effect to affect your unaffected Raffleja with the trap. Let's see in the stream to double check that that was the case.
Okay, you need to stop like yapping. Like what did he just say? This is you can detach one material from this, send a whole normal. No, what's the
area is in
send both to the grave, then special Xyz from area with numbers less than or equal to than the original ranks of those 2. And if you do attach, it's unaffected by trap cards, but he hasn't explained that. He just kind of said a bunch of words.
the effect. It is the effect to affect your unaffected
He's just said the word effect 6 out of 8 words in that sentence.
Raffleja with the trap. Let's see in the stream to double check that that was the case.
He did say that? No, he's not explaining
So
this very
is
well.
straight up illegal. It does have an Xyz material. Now, does this mean the activation is illegal?
I don't understand why the material part is relevant. Rafflesia, I believe, it's unaffected while it has material, right? Unaffected by trap effect while it has been. Okay, there you go. Right. So you can. This is a trap card attempting to send a trap card that is unaffected. So XE Universe, I believe you can legally activate it. Just nothing would happen on resolution, right? Special XE from your deck. Rank less than or equal to the combined original ranks of those 2 XE monsters, and if you do, could you theoretically summon like a rank 4 or a rank 3? Because you could target 2 XEs, the Reflex is unaffected, then you can just like summon another 3 or 4.
It's actually a legal activation. But what happens exactly? It will send the other card to the graveyard, the yugioh will stay on the field, and then you're going to summon nothing. You're not going to be able to summon the Kali Yuga.
It has to send both?
The yugioh will just be unaffected. It
Combine the original attacks of those 2 XE monsters.
actually is legally activatable. Believe it or not, that is quite wild in its own right there. And so the Kali Yuga should not even be on the field. But now, let's say he targeted the correct XEs, all right? Yeah, not that he would be allowed to take it back because it was not an illegal activation that you get to reverse back. But if he were to have not targeted the yugioh, not understanding that it's unaffected by trap effects, let's say he sent his duo drive instead to legally summon Kali Yuga, is Kali Yuga still legally summoned? Yes, it's now legally summoned, but there's a big problem. It says the word XEs summoned only if this card is XEs summoned. Now, sometimes cards will say the words, the magic words, treated as an XEs summon. Treated as an XEs. Treated. This is treated as an XEs summon. When you have some way to cheat out the summon, this is treated as an XEs summon. So is the word treated here? No, there's no treat. And does it say XEs?
Send both then special in XE. So Kali Yuga is being special summoned, it's not being XE summoned, despite the fact that XE summoning is a special summon. Not every XE summon is a special summon, but not every special summon is an XE summon type of thing or something.
Summon.
Right?
You're going to send then regular special summon. So this would mean it's an improper special summon. Now, that means it can't be summoned, right? It's still summoned, but if it's sent to the graveyard, it can't be reborn.
That's some crazy wording there. It is an improper special summon. We made that up.
And if it has any specific effects that state that it has to be XE summoned, it does not get the effect. So a lot of people can be thinking, holy crap. So he illegally summoned it, which was illegal because the yugioh stopped it from being summoned. But then after he summoned it, he super cheated his opponent. This is where things become 5D chess.
Super cheated.
It's not illegal to summon a Kali Yuga and have your opponent think that it works. They are allowed to think it works.
Okay, all right, we're getting into really murky territory now.
With intent.
I mean, this video is way too far gone anyway. There's no point in saying, no, Robert, he can't hear us. He's wearing his Raycon E25 everyday earbuds. He can't hear us. We're way past that point, but like, it is okay to summon a monster and your opponent thinks they cannot activate their card effects. I mean, technically maybe, but this is getting really gray now.
To tell your opponent that it works, but you could, with intent, know it doesn't work. All right, my card doesn't work, but my opponent doesn't know that. And as long as I don't, with intent, tell them that it works to try to trick them, I could still legally summon this, and they could think, dude literally played a spell, then took it back. He's like, oh crap, it's gonna be negated, and I'm just like, well, I'm negated, right? Well, here's Kali Yuga, you can read it yourself. Oh, damn, you got me good. Yeah. And then Gian was saying,
I mean, that is technically correct, but you are gonna be very much investigated if you do this. So you design a combo to take to an event, to summon Kali Yuga on your opponent's turn, knowing that it doesn't actually negate all your opponent's cards, but you're there to specifically make your opponents think that's how it works. Like, to say that you will get questions from the judge is like an understatement, okay? Like, technically true, but also like very murky territory. You cannot say just read it, that is intentionally misleading. Depending on the wording of the conversation, if your opponent directly, specifically asks you a question, you can't... What's the word? You have to answer questions your opponent asks. Like, if your opponent says, like, oh, you've summoned Kali Yuga. Are all my cards negated now? You can't just say, read the card. You have to answer. Like, that would be misleading if you say, you know, I refuse to tell you that, right? Like, that is not allowed. You have to truthfully answer your opponent when they ask you specific questions. You don't have to. You absolutely do. Yes, you do. Now, you can say just read the card, but if they give you a direct specific question, you have to answer.
You don't even need to...
You can't plead the fifth, okay? This isn't court, all right? It's Yu-Gi-Oh!
Be at that level where you are trying your best to not tell them that it works when you know it doesn't work. You could also pretend that you think it works. And then...
What did he just say?
Not tell them that it works when you know it doesn't work. You could also pretend that you think it works.
Pretending you think a card works is just cheating. Like, that's just cheating. Like, that is just cheating. Robert!
And then what's going to happen? Well, it did actually happen. He won the whole match, by the way. He did not get a reverse game loss, game match. It was, I guess, an accepted game state, you could say. The match slip was signed. But then the judge told him, hey, you know that doesn't work. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap. I didn't know it works. What the heck? And then in your head, you could, I'm not saying this happened to the player, but again, you could, oh, yeah, of course I know it doesn't work. But none of my opponents know that it doesn't work. They assumed that it's working. And then I could just be legally summoning this all day under the assumption that it works when it actually doesn't. So that is what's crazy about this. The different layers of it.
Can someone, like, buy me a shovel on, like, Amazon so I can do some digging? Like, I need to just keep going deeper and deeper. This video is crazy.
Illegally summoned, it works, but it doesn't work. It can be summoned, but they could assume it works, thus it could still win you duels, and you can know that, or you can pretend to not know it, or you truly just don't know. And that is what happened there, and you can see the offered handshake.
He's gonna show us the handshake. This is just BM at this point. Look, guys, look, watch the handshake. Very important.
And then we can watch the caster celebrate.
The caster celebrating is besides the point.
You gotta pass. You have to pass. There's nothing you could do against an illegally summoned Kali Yuga that, even if legal, does nothing. Look, he's like, bro, I can't be mad. You got me. Your combo is insane. Oh, Protoss, bro, you're so good. Damn.
You're so good. You're so good.
I think you forgot one. They were sitting next to Bagooska, the terribly this is the only trinity of not letting your opponent play the game.
It's a healthy field.
Everyone
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those fields that
the player could literally just tweet one thing. I knew. That's it. That's it.
What?
That would be it.
Why would they do
This is
that?
round 6. He's been doing this all freaking day. And he can still legally continue to summon it for the rest of the tournament, and his opponents can still legally assume. There you go. So that was a big one. How smart it could be. The smartest way to cheat I've ever seen. Again, it's not cheating, but you know, all that good stuff, all the disclaimers.
Why does he keep saying it? Can we just like listen to this bit here? Can we just listen to the wording of what he says here?
Could be the smartest way to cheat I've ever seen. Again, it's not cheating, but you know.
The smartest way to cheat I've ever seen. Oh, disclaimer, it's not cheating, but we're just gonna call it cheating.
All that good stuff, all the disclaimers, so you don't get mad at me.
What even is the point of the disclaimer at this point?
Like, scenarios? This is involving a finger. The finger.
Finger!
Now,
Oh, I love
the finger
that
is not
card.
that prevalent in the TCG because it's limited to 1. But when that finger comes out,
Okay, so this is insane, right? Because DK like has his like mods or his people part of his team like watching the YCS. They timestamped every illegal activation at the event, and then brought it together for a compilation video. This is insane. This is, dude. I don't know how anyone can do this, man.
controversy is going to ensue.
W
We're
mods.
activating our quick effect during either player's turn during the main phase to perform a fusion summon.
And we are going to just use Famina there. Very interesting cards, guys. The fact that you are able to just
Is this just gonna be like someone resolving a card the following turn, forgetting it's negated? Like, this is so minor, right?
I'm gonna finger, and I guess you could see her reaction, which it's very important. This is how things will be ruled. How did you react? What were your facial movements, your hand movements to the finger?
What is he talking about?
just use Famina
The thing won't go off the screen. There we go.
I'm not trying to get like a. Do we need like what's the name of the lie detector called again? Something scale? What is it called? Richter scale? No, that's for measuring earthquakes. What is it called? What are lie detectors called? Polygraphs. Yeah, that's what we need to get some polygraphs into YCS. Polymerization. That's what I said. Yeah. A seismograph.
Damn.
the grave right there.
We have the negation.
Oh, actually.
Face down. Oh, for a moment.
Yeah.
Negate! You don't finger me today, mate. That trap is going to negate a spell and draw 1. You are negated. You do not finger my engraved Draco Tail. I will fusion summon.
Yeah, it is.
He's there in that blossom.
Dude, he's just talking out of his ass, but oh my god, he is so funny. Oh my god, I just like, it's so incredible how entertaining he is. I love this.
Judge is so quick because the judge, as have you seen from every other instance, is quick to correct the game state, right? Well, the judge was ready to say, you are fingered.
It
You
might be
were
unfortunate though
fingered.
if Kiana said okay, and I think it is the case.
Wait, I'm just so lost in the sauce right now. What has happened? Which Draco Tail was this? The spell trap negate? Activate finger, target, chain this, negate, call by the grave? What is this not? What's the problem here? She okayed the called by, then tried to negate? Oh, so like it was just a basic take back? Sure. Judge said no. No, sorry.
Unfortunately, because you could
She
see
started moving the Famina?
In quick effect, be able to do a
Target?
Damn.
The grave right there.
we have the negation.
Oh,
now. We have
actually.
face down.
I mean, no. I guess it depends what she audibly said. I feel like that this isn't committing to letting it resolve. Like, she touched the card. She didn't banish it and let go. It just depends on, like, what they said. Like, all this is communication, right? Like, when it comes down to it. Ultimately, like, the judge said, so, yeah, judges are always, for safety, generally going to lean on the side of, like, preventing things. But, like, I don't understand what she did wrong here. She picks up her card. She doesn't let go of it. She doesn't put it in the banish zone. She just, like, touches her card, you know? I mean, I don't really see that as an issue.
Oh, for a moment.
Negate! You don't finger me today, mate. That trap is going to negate a spell and draw one. You are negated. You do not finger my engraved Draco Tail. I will fusion summon.
Yeah, it is.
He's there in that close more.
And the judge is so quick, because the judges, have you seen from every other instance, is quick to correct the game state, right? Well, the judge was ready to say, you are fingered.
Or a gold ball, something like that.
Oh, it might be unfortunate though if Kiana said okay, and I think it is the case, unfortunately, because you could see
The
she.
judge said, hell no, you're going to take that finger, whether you want it or not, and that's what happened. She was not allowed to negate it. Now, they do have headsets. I don't know if she did say okay or all right. She did look like she was touching the graveyard. Nonetheless, with the information we have, Gianna saw this and she was quite upset for Kiana, saying that she should have not been fingered, that she should have been able to negate. And it did seem like Anthony was not even fighting it. Anthony was like, all right, my finger's going to get negated. But that judge was like, boom, no, you're fingered.
She was almost banishing it, and
It's crazy to think that this is maybe the first correct thing he's done or said the entire video. He keeps... we need to stop saying fingered. But this is probably the first technically correct thing. It feels very weird the judge, like, was so quick to prevent that from occurring. I mean, it seemed like his opponent touched her Famina, and that's it. Like, I don't know. Again, it all comes down to communication, right? Like, maybe she audibly, like, at the table said, oh, okay. But,
she must have said, yeah, that's fine, and that's quite unfortunate.
Now, from...
because it specifically says in the policy documents, your communication takes precedence over your actions. Let's say, for example, I overlay 2 monsters, turn 1, and I physically, on the table, I put Bagooska on the table, right? But I audibly say, summon Duo Drive, right? The way that would be ruled is that I can put my card back in my action and summon Duo Drive. Because I just, you know, I picked up the wrong card because I was playing really quickly. I just put the wrong XE monster on the field. So, in the policy documents, what you audibly say takes precedent over what you physically do, because, you know, you can play too quickly, you might be able to, like, you know, make an incorrect action. So this might be one of those scenarios where she said okay, even though she didn't, like, actually banish the Famina. So, and we didn't hear it, so it just depends on what was said at the table. If you misspeak, rip. Pretty much, yep. Plead the fifth. You know, this is the best thing you can do in Yu-Gi-Oh! Do not speak, do not move your cards, do not make any actions until you are very, very, very confident in that play.
My understanding, unless it has changed in the OCG, whether you like this or not, this happens at the YCS level of OCG with 4,000 players, a judge is not allowed to interfere with the duel unless the player is requesting assistance from the judge. If they see something illegal or something is wrong...
Wait, is that true?
It is up to both players. They are in the Shadow Realm alone, by themselves, unless they call for a judge for assistance.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of prefer that.
So in Japan, they would have not intervened. It'd be, all right,
No,
Anthony's
lol.
got to call me if he thinks that she accepted
Is he just making this up?
the finger, and then I would intervene only then.
I'm getting, like, a lot of different responses. Like half of you are saying yes, half of you saying no.
So you think of it what you will on this scenario. Should you
Maybe in
have been fingered or
Japan?
not?
Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Now, there is another.
Farfa doesn't know the rules. Well, yeah, of course I don't know the rules of the Japanese, like, tournament policy. Why would I know that? Like, what? Wait, you think this is like some kind of gotcha or something? Like, get out of here. Dumbass. Farfa, you don't know OCG tournament policy? My bad, I guess. I don't know, I'm trying to think, like, would I prefer that? Imagine you were watching a feature match, an OCG feature match, and then, like, the players are just throwing illegal cards at each other, just, you know, finger wrong, like, spells and stuff like that, activating, like, illegal things, and you're not allowed to intervene. I think that would be absolute cinema from a viewing perspective. But as a player, that would be, like, the worst thing ever, obviously. I think logistically it would be easier, because then you wouldn't have judges constantly interfering in every situation. I don't know. It's weird. Dedicated feature for a judge kind of makes sense, though.
Scenario with her. And I think she gets screwed again. Now, the second scenario, the judge does not come in to help. You know how quick he was to ensure she gets fingered? Something also went against her that I feel like a judge should have intervened if the judge is watching. You know, you have to remember, the judge is your friend. Call the judge. Unless the judge is your opponent's friend, then you're screwed. And a normal summon a Draco Tail. A quick little overview of what she's been doing so far.
What is he talking
during
about?
main phase, you could fusion summon by sending herself in the hands of the graveyard. She is now normal summoning a Lucius, which on normal summon will search your deck. She also had the trap, I believe it is this one. Target a face-up spell in the field. We tried to target the Call of the Grave to negate. The judge said, ain't no way, mate.
Ain't no way,
Now,
mate.
what other situation going on? We are normal
Ain't no
summoning
way,
to search
mate.
our deck right now.
But going into game 3, because you had a lot of players.
Veiler, target, negate the effect to search. She already activated the effect to search. We are activated to search.
Just read redemption earlier and get it during the game 3.
Oh, but this is huge.
This is huge. Listen to the casters. What is she doing right now? She is dodging the Veiler. She's doing something huge. Exactly what the caster is saying, as the Famina quick effect is going to fuse with the card on field so that the Veiler does not negate the effect to search your deck. So what could even be the confusion here? Is this a crazy play? This is immensely basic. Everyone knows how Draco Tail works with this.
Effect Veiler, but
Is this a different turn, I assume, right? Or game. This isn't the turn after the call by, right?
we do have the 5 mana. That's amazing. Wow.
Or par.
It's amazing. Wow, we dodged the Veiler.
Yep. Let me guess. We summon an illegal monster.
Good interaction. Yeah.
Good
Arthalion with a lore power in hand. That seems fine.
interaction.
Drawing lore power, by the way. Yikes.
But at the same time, I'm very surprised that we started things off with the Rao, no? Because it locks you into...
Now, what happens when you fuse with these cards, they trigger in graveyard because it's a top tier deck to set Draco Tail cards from the deck. So
I thought he was about to give a ruling there. They set from deck because not because of the activation or anything, because of the because it's a top tier deck.
So when sent to the graveyard, we're going to set a Draco Tail, and as we're resolving that,
with the Draco Tails, and usually it's the last thing you want to activate, but I guess good read from Kiana,
and we're also activating the fusion on summon, add back from engrave.
and now look at this. So
Now, already what happened is a judge should come in. A judge should say, why did you activate the effect on field to add the Famina to your hand?
He's
That
right,
is
true.
not a legal play. That's actually illegal. If we assume that the Famina was chained to the Veiler, which the casters assumed it, and I think the judge should ask her and say, did you chain this to the Veiler? She'd say, yeah. Well, he would then have to say, the judge is going to say, well, you already activated the effect of Lucius. So if we resolve this all backwards, what happens is we summon this, the Veiler
Oh,
has
she
no
just forgot
target,
to resolve
and
the
Lucius
Lucius.
resolves, search in your deck, adding a Draco Tail monster from your deck to your hand, and only after the Lucius successfully searches does this now trigger to add the Famina from the graveyard back. Does this now also trigger alongside that to set a Draco Tail from the deck? She completely forgot her search, unless, and the only scenario where she did not forget her search is if the Veiler resolved and then she allowed it to resolve, negating her search, and then she activates the fuse afterward, which the casters definitely don't believe that's a scenario, and the casters don't say anything here. They assume she searched or they forgot that it was actually an effect. They're even going, I think they even further say, oh man, the Veiler was completely useless, but she did not resolve her search. Now, you could say, well, that's on the players, Dkayed. No, it is, you're right, actually. It is up to Anthony to say,
No, yeah, you're right.
hey, you're supposed to search. To maintain a proper legal game state, it is not optional to search after you activate the search. The option is to activate this. She's already in the proper legal game state of you have to search if you chained the fusion to the Veiler. And again, the judge jumped in.
It's beneficial to... This is... What do you mean? This is not beneficial to her. What are you saying? She just went minus on a Draco Tail monster for free. Like, what are you talking about? This is not beneficial to her.
to ensure that she could not stop the Call by the Grave, but the judge did not jump in to ensure that she gets her search on a legal activation. This is not for getting a Dark Soul search in the end phase, which could optionally happen. This has to search in this current game state, and it doesn't.
Who the hell is Dark Soul Search?
And if you don't believe me, let's watch again.
During the game 3, so
Oh, but this is you.
This is huge. I'm going to times two this.
have a lot of players in my opinion who will be able to just bring redemption earlier.
Oh, Jesus, X-Saber.
But this is huge. With the effect later,
I'm not Yugi brained anymore, dude. I was thinking of like Dark Souls like the game.
Add back
The X-Saber Scarm? Jesus, he's
Deck
old.
and add a card to her hand, right? Watch her hand. Watch the deck. Sets the trap. Shuffles. Did not add a card.
And it feels really, really bad when you have those interactions like, for example, here
That's
in
it. She
Python,
lost her
cards
effects even though she dodged the Veiler, and the judge, who is great buddies. I'm just kidding. Maybe. Or the judge doesn't like her. That's
He's
probably more the
the
case.
judge
Did
who's
not jump in
great
like you did with the finger
buddies.
to ensure
Oh
she gets
my
her properly
God,
searched
this
card.
video
And,
is
that was
cursed.
definitely an illegal game state situation.
This
Sorry
video
that
is
happened.
so cursed.
Let's go on to another scenario.
About brief flip deck. He's not even running seals, which I find to be very interesting because that felt like stable in any kind of Draco Tail deck.
All right, so we fuse.
I think it's very funny that half of these clips he's showing are Draco Tail. What does that tell you?
And summon, we trigger.
Nothing. It tells you nothing. There's no value judgment here, Konami. Don't ban me. I'm just observing a funny video, okay? I'm not giving any sort of judgments or anything. I'm just watching a man say words, okay? This I ain't saying anything here like this. I'm just watching a guy. Look, there you go. Look, there's Joshua Schmidt. There you go. World champion, Konami hashtag ad partner, cheater tail, okay? He's technically said worse things than me, all right? So don't ban me, all right?
Cards. We set 2 Draco Tail cards from the deck. Everything's fine.
That is well for those key. Well, that is a choice. Yeah, I want to say because the seals gives you so much in the opposing during bounce on dark but then you can also special summon Ururu, which is another fusion for your triggers on your graveyard.
Nice, then summon, search.
I think seals is one of the best cards in the day.
Just a little bit longer because I do have to maintain the.
Why are you narking? Because I'm taking him down with me. Worst case scenario.
So let's see.
Now, many people don't really think about this because you're playing Master Duel, but those 2 set cards are public knowledge. In Master Duel, you could go in the duel log, you could even see, it's a very tiny icon, it says exactly where the card was searched and set, and in the TCG, you're allowed to say, hey, is that card known? And you could look at it and go, yeah, I did set this card, this is public knowledge, it's not too bad, so sad, you forgot what the card was, screw you. You do, in fact, confirm to your opponent.
This used to be the case for many years until they updated the policy, but it's until the end of the turn, you are allowed to like ask and verify where something was set that you know. But I believe it's like once the turn is over, then it becomes private knowledge. So, yeah, too bad you're slow, you forgo, etc.
Now, of course, we did set the other Draco Tail card, Dkayed Draco Tail now as well. I think we're going to get an regular. Must be, right? No, it's fun.
Even the opponent's asking confirmation, I think it's quite annoying, but, you know, people do it.
I think it's annoying?
Now,
What does he mean? What's annoying that my opponent asks me, like, if my card is the one I set? Like, to be fair, he's so I hate interacting and talking to people that I duel against. Just read my card and shut up, okay?
Or not do this on purpose, but he's about to gain a pretty sizable advantage here. And I don't know if Rui Felipe even understands what happened, or maybe he realized it right away and goes, oh crap, what did I do? I'm possibly not going to lose the duel from what I'm about to do, which is not legal. And you could also even stretch it to consider it to be cheating on the part of Rui, but I wouldn't say that it is.
Dude, I love this. Like, what is it called? Like, just the outsourcing of responsibility. Some would say this is cheating. It can be interpreted by others to be, you know. But I personally, I'm not saying anything here, you know.
Because it gives an advantage to our nod. All right, the cheat has not happened yet. All right, we set a card. Now the opponent is going to say, hey, the back rows. See, I don't know actually exactly what he said. He could have been baiting his opponent. If he was not paying attention, maybe it would be a good question. He says something along the lines of, is that back row known? Now, it would have been bad if he says, are both those back rows known?
It is, and this is some.
His finger. Did you see the finger? This is a fingerful day. It's very important.
It is, and
He points, and then
this is
he
some.
points. That was a little point, subtle point. Look, he's got the determination. This dude is gonna fold. Oh my Jesus, is he gonna do it? Ain't no way. It's worked before. Let's see if it works now.
Times.
What is he saying? What is he saying?
What? This was not even searched for. It was not sent from the deck. This was private knowledge.
Oh,
He just
shit.
revealed his mirror force and exactly where it is.
Oh.
And guess what? MST, Mystical Space Typhoon, is a lot more prevalent in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Due to the new Typhoon deck type potential if you wanted to snipe that back row card. He just revealed his back row for nothing. Now, does he know he did that? I'm trying to look for a facial expression here. Does he go, oh,
It feels to me a little weird about the Draco Tail deck because that field compared
Why does it matter if he knows? Like, who cares? Like, there's no advantage to give away private information. He's only at a disadvantage here.
for example, just
I screwed up, didn't I?
All right, sure. If you want to assume, then fine.
the very last game
Whoops.
sometimes feels so
Thanks, bro. Now I know. Do I get to at least shuffle them around? Like, I mean, no? Okay, you know my back row now.
underwhelming, but oftentimes
Yeah,
the cool
whatever.
interactivity
Okay,
of it
yeah,
still
you know my
will
hidden card
often
now.
win you the game.
In fact, I think
I guess the judge is like, that was hidden.
Yeah.
You were not supposed to show that.
that's really
Yeah, I know. I know.
just now.
I know.
I think it's because he technically set twice this time, right? Like, he set the Ket 2 and then used it, right? So
Perhaps that it was not.
I know. He got.
in his mind, he like set 2 cards and then revealed 2 cards.
Me, whatever.
This is like so small. It's like whatever, okay, right? Like, he's gonna get a PE minor for illegally revealing a card, you know, like whatever.
He's smirking.
Which one's the green one? Is that Sting? Is that the graveyard one?
That's good. I'm kidding. Don't try that. All right. What else do we have here?
What the fuck did you just say again? What did you just say?
I gotta try. Damn. I gotta try that sometime. That's good. I'm kidding. Don't try that.
Well, you're never gonna try this, Robert, because you're never gonna play in an event. Because this video definitely is not gonna let you play in an event.
All right. What else do we have here? Okay. Normal summon sword, activate search our deck. Sure, it's normal. And the dude's got his deck on the opposite side, because I guess he's left-handed, and they let you do that. Search.
Whoa, I will not be
Droll knocker.
standing
You know how good
for
Droll knocker
left-handed
is
racism.
Against a deck like this, they like to search a lot, so now also it could potentially affect yourself. We already know if you're playing Malice, your trap that wants to add a card from the deck to then banish a card in the field, you're not able to do that under the effect of Droll. Now, if we read his back row cards...
Oh, he's gonna use Draco Tail traps under Droll. Right, I see.
What are his back row?
So, Ash Blossom is Solemn Judgment versus Draco Tail traps, because they draw as part of their effect. You can do that, you just can't draw. Oh, is it not mandatory? Draco Tail Sting. Let's see. Target a monster, spell trap, banish them, then you can place a Yugioh card from your grave or banish it to the bottom of the deck and then draw one. Yeah, so it's optional. So you can
cards.
use Droll.
They are in a way kind of
Or do it under
similar
Droll.
to the Malice trap. So the Flame says, negate a spell, then draw a card. The Horn says, return an attack position monster back to the hand or extra deck, then draw a card. But there is a ruling scenario with this where they are legally activatable under Droll. You are allowed to activate this. And why is that? So if we read the card, target face-up spell
Lawyer
on the field,
game
negate
incoming.
its effects, then you can optionally, after negating its effects, only if the effects are negated, you could then optionally put a Draco Tail card from your deck, from your graveyard or banishment to the bottom of your deck, then mandatory, draw one card. So the mandatory is tied to an optional effect, meaning if you're under the effect of Droll Knockbird, you would do the optional effect, then don't draw, right? Well, you actually can't even do this. You could still negate a spell under Droll, but you cannot optionally put a Draco Tail to the bottom of your deck because the optional is tied to a mandatory draw one.
Optional.
So only this part of the card would not be legally resolving, but you still get to negate the effects. That's how this works under Droll, and it's also the same card. Now, I think the Risal player doesn't understand that.
That's not lawyer, that's basic 101.
Can't even activate this under
Well, you know,
Droll
one man's
because
basic
this
plays, another
specifies
man's lawyer
an
game,
attack
etc.,
position
etc. It
monster.
is a
Even the casters are going like, what is he doing? He's putting
It is
everything in
a
attack
very
position, like he's
specific
baiting
wording
this
thing
card
that you need to
return his
know.
card back, but maybe he thinks he can't activate it because they're under the effect of Droll. But it's even worse than that. It makes no sense after what happens.
Okay, hold.
Damn, he got me. So I do have to speed up a little bit because, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh nonsense. Okay, so this is actually the same duel where the back row card was revealed. And Risal, because I was mentioning MST, Risal has a very popular card called the Valin. Let me freaking find out the card. Valin. If this card is sent to the graveyard,
See the little
target
editing
face-up
jump
card
cut
in the field
here?
and
Must have taken
destroy
like
it. So
5
after
minutes
one
to
has
spell
revealed
this.
their unknown back row card, you now know with your next Risal, you summon it to send this, which card to specifically pop on the field. Now, that's what the judges, the casters thought. The casters were like, damn, he knows the back row, so he's going to send the Valin. But he didn't. He sent a Gaga girl instead. So they were quite perplexed that he didn't take advantage of the opponent accidentally revealing his card.
It is a marvelous guess. We have to use our extra card.
And let's speed up.
I mean, you have allowed Granite to start with. Oh, that could be too much. Oh, it's check and
Oh, in attack position, because under the effect of Droll, the trap is still activatable to return it back to the extra deck. Why is he doing this? Oh, again, in attack position. So he has to think, dude's under Droll, he can't return my monster back, but he can. Detach, pop a card in the field. Triple Tactics Talon. Now he's going to activate. And you would think he was under the assumption that he could not activate that card because of Droll, but
You
he's
still
allowing it to
recycle under
activate,
Droll?
So he obviously does not think that. He just put on his Zodiac cards in attack position, making him susceptible to the card
You
that's
just don't
draw
draw.
anyway. And as you're turning a card,
Oh, you don't even recycle?
and
What?
Drew.
What? What?
The casters are yelling. They're like, no.
You what,
no,
mate?
Don't do it. Here, let's get the reaction.
Use the Draco Tail horn on it. Oh, wait, no, the flame I need.
Yeah. Oh, you could not draw. The turn. Neither player could draw. The turn Droll is resolved.
We can't do that.
That won't work. No,
won't
no.
work. Nope.
Ah, that
Oh, you
is
can't
not what you're
draw
supposed
cards
to do.
here. Nope, not at
And now we know what the card in his hand is, right? Well, what do players like to do in the TCG?
all. We have
Shuffle!
to the judges.
Shuffle!
Oh, 7 game state, dude.
Now we don't know where the card is. Whoopsie!
Talent cannot be activated only for
Let's
probably
keep on
CC.
playing. Now, the judges do reverse this. They're able to tell, and I could see on camera.
Can they
he drew a
reverse
second
this?
Ash Blossom, so this was repairable, but it could have very easily not been repairable.
I
This has
guess
happened to
maybe most
Gianna
of his
multiple
cards were
times, even
public.
myself back in the TCG of 10 years ago, where Reckless Greed would draw 2 cards, and then for your next 2 draw phases, you could not draw. But what do people do? They forget. They would draw 2 during my turn, then on their turn, they draw a card, shuffle their hand, and then, bro, what'd you just draw? Oh, I swear it was this card. Nah, you shuffled your hand. Judge, free win, handshake, and then they follow you in the bathroom.
Since I don't think that you want to take it again.
They do reverse it.
Judge, free win, handshake.
No,
Nope.
let's cover this up. No.
Give them a moment of time. I'm sure they will be
Oh,
able to
they'll figure this out. Cut the feed.
We'll be able to figure it out. Still though, let's adjust.
Let's cut this. All right, next one.
Follow you to the bathroom.
Because the Genesis lore game
Dingirsu. Let's go. Solar flare. Oh, Jesus.
2500 in the battle phase, so it becomes a 5000.
yeah.
Dingirsu.
Dead.
Forgot about this one.
And
So he's going to be able to
this
do
thing
that
is
over.
crazy. It's going to activate to destroy all
Crazy.
special summon monsters. And then Dingirsu
So
is going to
we'll try
protect
to
all
activate,
cards that would be destroyed
defect,
from being destroyed
of
by
course.
detaching material instead.
It's only gonna get
Protect. Boom. Got him.
Yeah.
How can we mess
Right,
this up?
Well, we super cheated. No. Hell no. This is it's so illegal. It's crazy. How
What-
illegal is this?
what
Well,
hap-
let's
what-
go back to what happened here. Start of the dance. So we have start of the damage step, before damage calc, after damage calc, end of damage. I'm not giving you a rundown of what all this means. We're just going to keep this very simple. We have the start of the damage step where the face down Bagooska is not flipped up at this time. It stays face down. Now, before damage calculation, flip it face up. And if a monster is flipped face up and it has a continuous effect, such as Starboy, Jinzo, or Bagooska, generally that effect is immediately
So Dingirsu attacks Bagooska, and then it flips face up, immediately applies its effect to put everything to defense mode. Dingirsu goes to defense mode, and then does not destroy Bagooska because it doesn't reach the next part of the damage step to actually kill the Bagooska because of Bagooska's effect putting it to defense. That's gonna get you. That'll get someone.
applied. This is before the damage calculation. Because when you perform the damage calculation, it is then determined which monster is destroyed by battle, if any. But the Bagooska is not flipped up and applying during the damage calculation.
This is probably the most
before
hard,
the damage
difficult
calculation
thing
is a
that
flip,
we've seen
applies
out of
effect
the entire
immediately,
video.
And that's when you'll see. Let's read the Bagooska real quick.
Simple, actually. Actually, that's very simple, Farfa.
Bagooska, the effect of while this card is in face
Emery,
of
fix
defense,
this.
change all
Emery's
face-up
my goat.
monsters on the field to defense position. Also negate the activated effects of monsters that were in defense. That the effect was activated while in defense. And also important part of the damage step is that this is not a flip effect. So this after damage calculation, effects that activate when flipped face up, such as flip effects, activate at this time. This is not when Bagooska applies its continuous effect. It's not a flip face up. It's not triggered when flipped. It is just applying its face up effect, its continuous one, before the damage calculation.
What does
Thus,
Emery have
what
to
should
do with this?
happened is every
Was he just
monster
watching
you cross on the
randomly,
field goes
or
to defense, and the Bagooska
did this happen to
does
him?
not get destroyed. And you got to be thinking like, there's no way they messed this up, right? Maybe Dkayed's wrong on something. Maybe this is more nuanced than he's thinking about. The judge does correct the game state to their credit. Now,
Oh,
obviously
Emery
would not have
went and
corrected this
told them?
If this were a random duel on table number 500.
Emery
and then
literally
they were
fixed
screwed.
this.
So the judge is going to come in. And you're going to see what the field's supposed to look like. So on the attack, this is what happened now. Everything in defense, now the other monster is unaffected, and just like that, boom, now back to his turn. That changes everything. He kept his monster, he's kept the Bagooska, the opponent's monsters are now in defense. That is crazy, is it not? That changed everything, and the judge saved him. He didn't call a judge, he didn't ask for assistance. The casters also do.
Emery knew because he used Book of Eclipse to out Bagooska and Floowandereeze for an entire YCS without knowing this, and then learned after. That's so funny. So, one of the dumbest things you can do is taking an interaction to an event that doesn't work the way you think it does. Like, for example, the Kali Yuga we saw in this video. But another funny one was back when I started playing, I was playing Trapless Burning Abyss at YCS Prague, and I was using Econ to dodge Valkyrus with Dante so that it doesn't summon itself. So I would just summon a bunch of BAs and then kill my opponent with enemy controller in Burning Abyss. So I would attack with Dante, activate Econ, put Dante to defense mode, and then the Valkyrus can't resolve. I don't know exactly the terminology. That would theoretically work. The problem is that enemy controller doesn't target your own monsters. So, yeah, that was great. That was fantastic. Good job, Farfa.
Call a judge and they see something wrong. So good
Enemy
on that
controller?
judge.
Well,
Not
you
the other
know.
person get fingered, but this one being on top of how Bagooska
Dante
works, or
to
at least
some
trying to
is an
figure it out
enemy.
afterward. Well,
It isn't called friend
I think we have
controller.
just two more.
Buddy remote, you know.
He's been playing this deck for so long.
All right, what is Cass saying?
Oh no. Oh no. What? Oh no.
He's been playing the deck for so long.
How come he doesn't know this interaction, mate?
He's one of the Mermel enjoyers, and it's been
This lighting is really not doing any favors, Konami. Like, what is going on here? This looks like we're wearing, like, Donald Trump style makeup.
a year that he's been playing the deck,
Playing the deck for a year.
so he knows the lines.
He knows the lines. The famous last words of what's about to happen to someone who does not know the lines.
So, don't blame him. I'm really enjoying myself. Yeah, here we access the side. The card is incredible. Once, you know,
I just, dude, like, I love DK. He just talks, man. He just speaks.
Maybe the Neptune, let's see. Yeah.
Poseidra sends to the graveyard, will ditch a card from the hand to reborn 3 monsters. Now it's not up to 3, and it doesn't just reborn from the graveyard. Let's read the Poseidra real quick. Poseidra right here. You're going to, if Xyz summoned, it has to be properly Xyz summoned. Then, when sent to the graveyard, you can discard a card to special summon 3 level 3 or lower fish, sea serpent, and or aqua from your hand.
So what's gonna happen here? He pitched Shadow Dragoon
and
thing.
or graveyard, and because
That's
it's
gonna be
hand
chain
or
link 1 'cause
graveyard,
it's mandatory.
okay
It's
to
gonna be
have
chain link
just
2, right?
on the activation, then discard the third one because the third one is a legal activation because it could summon from the hand. Otherwise, it would
No,
not
that's
be
not
legal.
what's gonna happen
and
here.
And also by doing so, you're discarding by cost, which most of the Atlantean cards, if not all of them, trigger when sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster.
Okay, hold.
So we have just discarded Squad. Squad has the effect to summon a monster from the deck. This is an illegal activation of the Poseidra
Now,
because he's about to realize.
the 3 monsters,
Oh.
and the one which is
Wait, but he links off Poseidra. Poseidra activates in the graveyard after discarding for cost. But the Shadow Squad would be on the new chain, right? So the Poseidra here is legal, no?
the most important.
Oh
is,
crap!
He summoned 2.
Oh.
Oh, he's just summoning the wrong numbers. Yeah. You have to summon exactly 3. You can't summon up to 3.
Oh. What?
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Did we touch the wrong
We
one?
touched the wrong one.
And maybe we don't have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that may be the case, yeah.
It's so
Whoops.
unfortunate here.
All right, so he had to take it back. His, so if he did know the lines, the third monster that would have been summonable is stuck under the Levertu Dragon, the third one, to make it a legal activation, to summon 3 bodies from the graveyard. Now, to be fair to him, I think Bahamut Shark was recently banned, kind of recent. I don't know, maybe like it's been months now. That was actually, I think, back in April when Bahamut was banned. So this is a massive
TCG
blunder,
Bahamut's been banned
which
for,
of
like,
course results in
a long
the
time.
illegal activation and then resulting in him with an undercooked field and then losing.
Undercooked field.
He knows the deck very well.
So now he's gonna have to pass on a trashy field.
Trashy field. Whoa.
Completely
Whoa. You can't just make my you
lovely labyrinth of the
You can't just call my end board trashy, okay? Listen, I've been practicing this for months now.
specs. Like, summon 3 cards onto the field? What the? And
What
right now
the
he has
hell?
3 legal cards to summon. But it was an Xyz material, so he forgot to get the.
So he didn't have the legal targets for Poseidra, and I guess he thought he could summon up to 3, not exactly 3. And, nope. Epic board, yeah. You just end on an untargetable Alicia, which I don't even know if it has a good discard.
Virtue in graveyard or the material off of it before triggering the Poseidra, which was an illegal trigger.
That's very, very unfortunate.
He knew it was
And,
3, it just misplayed.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna blow you out right now.
But he did summon 2.
What a great way to start. He started seeing out with distant prayers.
Mermail already down a game, threw his entire Poseidra effect, and then where's the handshake?
Yeah, it was against itself. That was probably
And
Shake the hand.
and say thermal strategy 6 wins and 1.
Bro fist instead. Yeah, I don't know. There you go.
He just sat and watched his opponent play with their water cards for like 10 minutes and then just get super polyed for game. Like,
Handshake for you. So let's see what happens. He's activating the effect of the zombie vampire. Gonna mill 4 cards.
Get the chance to see often.
And let's take a look at this. I'm surprised there was a Fantasm in deck.
I believe this is main phase 2 for him. Damn, I'll take your Fantasm. Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do.
Alright, let's see on what he does. Alright, we're gonna put Fantasma and the other body into a Dingirsu. I guess he Dingirsus himself in the graveyard. Illegal play. How do you make a Dingirsu? Well, it's 2 level 8s. Dingirsu is 2 level 8 monsters. That's it. You stop right there. The Phantasme is a level 7. So he believed for I don't know how long, how often he performed these plays. This is round 15 with a 12-2 record. This dude is very likely in the top cut if he wins this match. And he thinks that this effect is applying to any other rank 8 exceeds, but it's
I really dislike how he's assuming so much here. Like, we don't know what he's assuming. You can make zombie vampire with stolen monsters as a rank 8, even if they're like level 2s or level 1s, etc., etc. You cannot use the material that it summons from your opponent's graveyard for level 8s. This is like a big assumption here. Maybe Leonardo literally just thought Phantasme was level 8. Like, that is a possibility. You ever look at a Yu-Gi-Oh card and look at the stars and tell what level it is? It's kind of hard when you get into the higher numbers, you know? There's no number to tell you what level it is. Like, he could just know, or not know, he could just genuinely believe in his mind Phantasme is 8. That's like the more logical explanation, in my opinion.
The Xyz summon of this card, treat a card owned by the opponent as level 8. He thought that any card that's from the opponent is a level 8 for any other Xyz summon, thus this was illegally summoned. I do think the caster notifies the judge and they reverse the game state on that. So we're gonna go back. There you go, reverse game state, and there you go. Whether it's big, whether it's small, there's illegal plays happening every second at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and I'm here to highlight it. If you enjoyed this or not, please let me know. If there are any cheats or illegal plays
cheats or illegal. Stop saying cheats. You got to.
that I have missed out on, please let me know. Message me in Discord or message Synthara.
Yeah, DK, please make more. This was absolute cinema.
Maybe I'll work towards every YCS trying to highlight any and all illegal plays where you also get to highlight some cool rulings and you also learn how to potentially not get cheated yourself. And again, I am not saying anyone in this video is a cheater or that they cheated. That is at the sole discretion of the head judge to decide the intent of the player, no matter what it is. If they drew an additional card.
Do you hear what he's saying right now? This is all good. This is all correct. Right? But then he just uses the words cheat interchangeably with the term illegal play, illegal activation, etc., etc., right? Like, he's saying, I'm not accusing anyone of cheating. I'm not saying this is actually cheating because, again, cheating is about malicious intent. But he has literally used, like, at the very start of the video, what is it he said? Like, he specifically said, we're just going to call it cheating anyway. Fair enough, you know, I guess that's the approach you want to have, but you can't say that technically, okay? So I'm just going to tell all of you now, for those of you who who do care potentially about, you know, getting your Kasi ID leaked to a certain organization, do not call and accuse people on the internet of cheating. You shouldn't do that, okay? Because like he says, he correctly identifies that is up to the sole discretion of the judge, etc., etc. These are illegal activations, illegal plays, illegal uses of cards, etc., etc. They're not cheating because cheating is a value judgment that you are attaching to an action that a person makes by assuming their intention, which we don't know, and that can only be deciphered by them, the player, or whatever the ruling is given by the judge at the time, if they even do address whether or not something is maliciously given.
The card was stuck to the other one. They didn't intend to cheat. That is up to the head judge only, and not us as viewers or players or analysts or anything at all. Because cheating, what comes with that is a complete disqualification, and then you go on the ban list. So there you go. Thank you very much. Let's go.
Absolute cinema. Greatest video I've ever seen from him, I'm not gonna lie. Wow, there is so much to unpack here. I suppose it's in some ways good that this video exists in the sense that you can see like common interactions in the current metagame and then see like where illegal plays and activations can occur. Like you can probably genuinely learn a lot from this. But oh my god, his presentation, wording, and framing of some of these actions were not very good, I'll say that. But other than that stuff, it was actually like a pretty informative video, admittedly. So, you know, it is what it is. Let's move on.